Hello and welcome back to another episode.
Oh, the Great Podcast.
Oh, I like your shirt.
Thank you.
This is a rare sighting. You're wearing jeans.
No, I had to run errands after the gym, and I was like, can't look like a dirtbag. I should wear jeans.
At
I'm over
least you
here.
fit in probably more with that red hair.
What? Oh, with my, because it's not as crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, it will
Are
be.
you
We're working
are
on it.
you painting your toenails?
I am. I'm multitasking.
Multitasking. Okay. Gonna
Yeah, they need painted.
have to censor those piglets if they end up on screen.
$1,000.
We don't need nobody screenshotting the videos.
Weirdo.
I was talking to Eli the other day and he said that he might be interested in coming on and doing like a guest spot. So I thought that'd be pretty cool.
It'd actually be really cool.
Yeah, yeah. I was like, man, I have so many questions. I was like, so it'd be pretty neat. Stay tuned.
That would be dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna go buy a ring light uh tomorrow and get a chair so I can look a little bit more official, so you don't just see my big head.
And like my cool background and stuff, and my cool
Yeah,
light. And
yeah,
right now I got, what's it called? Natural light. Got natural light
yeah.
today.
So, how was your week with lifting?
How was it? It was not bad. My hip was just out of whack, so it wasn't perfect, but we got that fixed
Yeah,
today.
oh, that's good. That's good.
What about yours?
Yeah, it was good. I found the routine that works best for me lately is, especially with like my work schedule, is doing shoulders on Monday, legs on Tuesday, chest on Wednesday, back on Thursday, and then a little bit of arms on Friday.
I don't do chest anymore.
You will in a month and a half.
Well, just because of my work schedule, I only go to the gym 3 times a
Yeah,
week. I try to squeeze in like maybe one or two, but I don't have like a dedicated like chest day anymore
yeah,
because I'm like, I can't go in the morning anymore. It's just, I'm getting too old for that. I need sleep, so
yeah, yeah.
I had to
You
sacrifice
are
one
old.
muscle group.
You are old.
I'm actually young. Thank you.
I know.
Just too old to be getting up at 3:30 in the morning to go to the gym by
No, no.
4:30.
Trust me, I get it. I get it. I totally understand. I was thinking about starting to work out in the morning before I go to work.
How early would that be? Oh, you're not that early, right?
Well, I mean, realistically, I can go to work. But I was thinking like maybe like 7 o'clock in the morning.
That's not bad. I like
Yeah,
going around 9:30 in the morning on my days off.
because I'm waking up at like 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, even on my days off. Like I woke up, answered a couple of emails, answered a couple text messages, and then fell back to sleep. A bottle of water. So I'm like, it's my day off. I'm gonna sleep.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was thinking about putting myself on that routine.
Get out of the way. I don't know. I feel better now, like getting it done in the morning. Start my day
Yeah,
out strong.
yeah. Just don't know how strong I'm gonna feel because realistically, like I never really had that good of workouts when I would go. But then I also was thinking like I was trying to get up super early, going to bed super late, not allowing time for my pre-workout to kick in
Yeah.
or coffee. I was looking for mushroom coffee last night.
I like Rise.
Yeah, so I was like, maybe I'll just go like on Amazon and just buy it or something. It'll probably be cheaper. Where do you get yours?
From the company.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they're like RYZE. They actually reached
Yeah,
out
yeah, yeah.
to me to do like a little collaboration, so they're sending me some free coffee
Oh,
for
that's
me to
cool.
make a post. I said, okay.
Yeah, it's a win.
Yeah, it is. Free coffee?
Oh,
Mushroom coffee? Yeah.
honestly, I was like, just to try to get off of the normal coffee bean.
I feel it. I
Yeah,
rely too much on that.
yeah. But like I noticed that like I'm exerting myself enough. So even if I drink pre-workout at 4 or 5 o'clock at night, I'm ready to go to bed by like 11. So I'm like, okay, at least I know I'm doing it, and it's serving its purpose when I go to the gym. And then leaving exhausted, but I'm also trying to
Yeah.
party.
That's what I'm gonna start when I get back. Cardio.
No, you're all. Are you all packed? You ready to go?
No. If I'm painting
No.
my toenails right now. I'm gonna pack after this. I'm gonna take down my last Christmas tree. I'm gonna eat some food and then I'm gonna pack.
Nice, nice. Where's Randall at?
He is at work. Where is he at? He's somewhere in Kentucky. But he's actually coming home today,
Oh,
which is
good,
like
good.
that kind
So
of
that,
worked out. So tonight he'll be
yeah.
home.
And then you guys will fly out.
Well, I'm going by myself.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Just because originally he got all this time off work for Christmas and for New Year's, and then I barely been working the last 2 weeks, and then trying
Yeah.
to get our dog sitter to come. We're trying to save
Didn't
money.
align.
Yeah, so it's
Good.
just like I'm literally flying in Friday, coming back Sunday. It's not that big of a trip, and so that's why I plan to leave Friday. I can feed the dogs in the morning, and he'll get home that night. But it kind of works out him coming home tonight, and then he can feed the dogs in the morning and deal with
Good.
all that. So yeah,
Yeah, your mom's gonna be hella surprised.
I know something.
Cool.
My little
Did you
tootsies are
end up
done.
having, did you end up having to tell your dad?
No,
Or
so
is it still a surprise for him
yeah,
too?
still a surprise. I asked my aunt too. I'm like, how? Because we're gonna go to brunch on Saturday morning at 10. So I'm like, well, how'd you get them to go? She's like, I just told them I want to take them to brunch, and I haven't seen them in a while. I was like, nice.
And then boop, y'all are gonna be there.
Yeah.
Well, that's good. Oh yeah, that's awesome. So let's get into episode 8, the final
Mm.
episode.
So
What are your thoughts?
I enjoyed it. I thought it was a very fun, action-packed episode, and like you said, the parents definitely came in and helped out. Except for Fern's mom, she was kind of stupid till the end, but whatever. The
Yeah,
kids, though, I
that
like them
was
stepping
that
up. That
was
was cool.
making yeah, that was making Angelina hella mad. She was like,
I
"I
was
hate
so
her. Just
mad.
move!" Like she was yelling at the TV. I was like,
I literally
"Calm
was too.
down."
I was like, just stop. Like, listen to your daughter, okay? But you need to get down. Go.
Not to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but it really makes you think about how when the supervisor went down, the whole planet lost all of its power. The
Hmm.
farms, the cars, the
Literally.
houses, everything.
Like, it
Yeah,
was
so
all
it's
being
like,
ran by the supervisor.
damn, that's crazy.
There's got to be more to that, though, too. I'm like, I want to know the history of that. Where did the supervisor come from? Who made him? You
Yeah.
know?
I'm glad that it wasn't like a Wizard of Oz and a human or a creature of some species came out from the supervisor behind the supervisor. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little glad that it was just like a actual droid.
Yeah.
And obviously they know, the adults know, right? Because, I mean, they weren't surprised. Well,
Yeah,
Fern's mom wasn't.
I kind of, well, she's like the highest level clearance, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like she knew, and I feel like some of them did know, but in the same aspect, it's one of those scenes where it's just like, oh, okay. And then they all get told once they're adult, once they reach their level of whatever they're going to do and stuff.
And they just put all their faith in this robot.
Yeah. Well, and like you got to think too, like that planet has been working forever, and it's been working. So I need to rewatch it again, but it was just like, I
Because there's
wonder
so
how
much going
long.
on.
Yeah, because the supervisor said for generations.
So this is
So
not the
that's,
first generation.
yeah. So, and you think if this is like 30 years after Revenge of the Sith, 20, 25, 30 years after Revenge of the Sith,
Oh shit, yeah.
that would only be 2 generations. So if he says it's been going on 4 generations, that's implying a lot longer.
So it's been around a lot longer. Just
Yeah.
ran by this
And
robot. Hmm.
yeah. But I like how there's like, oh, the last message we got from the Republic was,
The
you
Jedis
know,
are traitors.
yeah. So
So
I'm
either you're
wondering,
lying about being a Jedi or you're lying about being the what is it?
emissary,
Yeah, that thing.
emissary. Yeah. So, and then I was sitting there and I was thinking about it too. I was like, I wonder if the barrier went up when Order 66 happened so that they would be hidden.
You're protected.
Because if you can't get any communication in or out because of that barrier, and he says the last message that he got was that the Jedi were all evil. I wonder if that's when it went up. Did I just repeat myself?
No, no, maybe in different
I
words.
think I think I just talked in a circle and it was the same words. Is your dog being in there?
I forgot to shut my door, and he's like, "This is my really needy one," and he would live on my skin if I let him, and that's what he's trying to do is get on to me. And he's just sitting there looking at me. I have my foot like guarding him. He's trying to like maneuver his way through my feet.
It's like, come on,
I know he
you're
wants
their
my
time.
love and affection 24/7,
Yeah.
365. I mean, I get it. What did you think of John's backstory? They didn't really give too much, but it's
They
kind of what you
didn't
were saying.
they didn't give too much, but they gave enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, because you have to think about it. Like, force born children were still gonna be born after Order 66. It's just who's gonna find them?
Yeah.
You
Well, because
know,
they said
they
a Jedi
weren't.
found him, but like, who was they that killed the Jedi that made him?
I don't know.
Obviously, how mad he is. That's, I think, why he is away.
I was thinking Inquisitors.
And it makes sense why he only uses the Force every so often because he only got taught so much. And so he probably just didn't keep up with it enough and can only do the bare minimum. Like you said, like what a youngling would be able to do.
Yeah. So here's my thing. So he was probably homeless, poor, and this Jedi came along and found him, which probably taught him a little bit of stuff, but told him he needs to hide. Look at him. Hey, look at
I'm
me.
gonna get rid of him. Hold on.
That's fine. We'll be like, we'll put the little music on. Burr, 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 schedules.
He's out of here now. Anyways.
So a Jedi found him and probably showed him a small amount of stuff and had a lightsaber probably. But then
Hmm.
Inquisitors came for her, is what I'm thinking. Because you have to think like there's Inquisitors, and it doesn't seem like he was with her that long, but he was with her long enough.
Yeah.
So,
And that's why
and
you can
he's
tell like he didn't want anybody to die. He didn't want the kids to die. He didn't want like anyone, the
yeah,
parents and stuff. Like he threatened
yeah,
it, but he's just like, I don't want to do this because he had to watch
yeah,
it, and I don't think he has bad intentions. He's just
yeah,
a little lost.
yeah. And in a world where you're trying to survive and you have no help, nothing. Yeah,
No
you don't.
guidance. Yeah.
So you said I wonder who his master would have been essentially, or who the Jedi was that found him. Do you think we're going to get a background story of who the person was in, you know how they're doing the Tales of the Jedi,
Hmm.
and then they did Tales of the Empire? Do you think we're going to get a backstory of John in that?
That would be dope. I was
Yeah.
looking at the character list too, and remember like in the beginning when it said that there was the Jedi, that female character, she's no longer on the character list.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
So
I
I'm like,
remember you said that. Yeah.
unless they're like, oops, didn't mean to put that out there. Unless they're just trying to mess with
Yeah.
everybody, because I feel like they do that too.
Or it was in an earlier. They shot two different scenes, and he was going to have a flashback of his.
Oh man, yeah, because right. Oh, okay. So I just found it. So on the Google one, it's still there, but her picture is gone. But it's Jedi Nina Na Nawood. So I wonder if that was his Jedi and he took her name, like the Na
Yeah,
Nawood, and that's where he
yeah,
got Jod. God, I'm so
yeah.
smart.
Jeez. And you think all that toxic chemicals would have soaked into that brain when you dye your hair.
Nope.
Hmm. But yeah, no. Ooh, yeah. See, so that's what I'm saying. Like maybe they're gonna, because like I said last week, like they're gonna flesh it out and like you know novels, comic books, stuff like that. So I wonder. Now we're gonna have to look back and see if she was ever mentioned before.
Mm-hmm. Because like I said, her picture, it's Haley Webb is the actress that they have on
Yeah,
there. And so they had her picture on there, like Haley Webb's, and now it's not there, but the name is still there. So I'm wondering, like you said,
but
maybe they had a flashback and they just took it out. Because I was kind of hoping for a little bit of a flashback, but we didn't
yeah.
get one. So,
Almost like how Mando had in season 1, where it flashed back to when the battle droids, the super battle droids, were gonna kill him, and then the Death Watch stepped in,
I need
like
to rewatch
something
that show.
small like that.
That's what I was hoping. Like even just a like couple seconds of just like seeing the Jedi, maybe like where they show his expression when they off her.
Maybe it took away from the story because if you think like they kept they kept the story very focused on the kids and the kids getting back to at and so and they just continued to make Jod a mystery and then so maybe in one of the drafts, like they were going to give a backstory about who his master was and a little bit of his childhood, but instead they went the route of, well, we're going to continue to give him different names to make him even more mysterious because you don't know who he is.
Yeah, I do like that part of it though. How they've given him different names. I like
Well,
his
because you,
character a lot, but it was hard to watch him like be
yeah,
mean. I was like, ugh, it was breaking my heart.
yeah, I just kept being like Alfie from his first
Alfie.
movie that yeah, the first movie that I ever seen him in, Alfie.
I don't know.
You have to look it up. It's pretty good.
I
Um,
remember him from he played Dumbledore in the Harry Potter, the Fantastic Beasts.
and this shows our age gap.
I liked him. And he played Captain Hook in the newer Peter Pan movie.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, you fucking Disney kids.
Anyways.
Just kidding. But yeah, no, I do. You know, and I was thinking about it too. Like he, at least he was a smart pirate. I mean, he gave everybody different names. Like, you think Han Solo would have been caught if he would have just continued to give everybody the
Hmm.
same name? You know?
But Han Solo was cocky. So he was like, yeah, this is me. I'm doing it. Where
Yeah,
Jod's like, I'm trying to be as sneaky as possible and get away with everything because I'm just trying to
yeah.
survive.
Who do you think was in the Rebel blockade ship? I think that's what it was, or in what I don't remember the class of the ship. But who do you think was in that Rebel ship at the end when they came to?
Anakin. I'm just kidding. My answer for everything. Oh, I don't even know though. I didn't even think about that. Because I
The
don't even know who's in
the
that timeline.
the blue stripes are very familiar of Leia's ship
Would
from
she be around? She would, yeah.
yeah,
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 yeah, duh.
yeah,
I had
yeah.
literally paused the show last night and I had to look up where the timeline was just so I could make sure I was understanding things right. Because there's
We
so many different things. I get confused.
yeah, yeah. I
And we did
remember
not
that.
get a Hondo
Yeah,
little Easter egg. Whatever, it's fine.
which is cool.
I guess. It's fine. It's whatever.
Did you see that they were talking about the Hutts are going to play a big role as a main protagonist in the Mandalorian and Grogu movie?
Oh, I did see that. That'd be kind of
Yeah, so
cool.
I thought it was pretty cool. And
Because we
then
don't really get the
you,
huts other than in the animation.
yeah, and then so I thought that was really cool that you saw one of the twins taking a mud bath. I was like, oh,
Pizza the
but
Hut.
yes, they're supposed to play a big part. So I was like, this is interesting.
Was that
I
next
wonder if
year?
they're gonna,
I think that movie's
yeah,
coming out.
yeah. They did some like I don't know where I saw it, but there was like some test leak shots and like Mando's fighting snow troopers. and Zeb was in the Razor Crest.
I wish we would have seen more of that. I wonder if we will in season 2 of Ahsoka.
I think so. He's wearing his Republic outfit with his blue jumpsuit, his flight suit in the leaked footage that was shown. It was shown at some Disney press thing or some shit. I don't remember what it
Probably like some
was.
con or something.
hmm And then they said that Hayden Christensen, Ian McGregor, and the young girl that played the young Ahsoka have all signed on for season 2. I was like, that's gonna be some pretty cool
Flashback.
flashbacks.
More Anakin in his Clone Wars outfit. Oh, it's like my favorite.
So I'm wondering if we're gonna get a flashback of Mortis from the Clone Wars episodes
I
Mortis.
saw some rumors about that, like people thinking that because of, I mean, the ending of Ahsoka. Like it had the statues and stuff.
Yes.
So there's got to be something that people that haven't seen the Clone Wars and stuff to tie, there's got to be something,
Mm,
right? Like a small
yeah.
backstory or flashback just to explain exactly what and who they are.
Yeah. So that's what
That'd
I
be
was
dope.
wondering because
Did you
there was
see who they're going to
also.
cast as Balin? I don't
Mhm.
know him, but everyone's like, he's from Game of Thrones. I said, I understand that. I haven't seen it.
I know.
Randall's been
So
rewatching it, though. I've seen bits and parts of it, but I don't know what's going on.
listen, I think you should watch it because it's so funny. So Angelina wouldn't watch it. Wouldn't watch it. Zoe watches it with me like every once in a while. But like I told her, I was like, look, I was like, I'm like, just watch it. And like her and her boyfriend got so hooked into it that she told me the other day, I wish I would have never watched it so I could relive watching it for the first time.
I know, and that's what, because like the parts I do watch is Randall. Like obviously I don't know what's going on, so I'm just like,
Yeah,
ugh. Like some parts I'm like, what the? But he's like, well, you haven't
yeah.
watched it. I'm like, okay.
It's and it's good story development and good character development. Yes, a lot of people didn't like the ending. Yes, there is some slower season episodes and the middle
But that's Annie's
seasons.
show.
Literally, it's literally any show. I mean, look at season 2 of the Clone Wars. They were so busy paying homage to so many different genres of film that some of them were kind of boring,
I
you
do
know?
remember some where I'm just like, ugh, let's
Yeah.
just like move on. It's dragging on.
Mhm. Yeah.
Speaking of, I gotta rewatch that too. I gotta rewatch that Mandalorian. I gotta rewatch Andor first. That's on my list
Yeah.
because that's coming out this year.
March 3rd, March
It's
something,
coming out in
something like
March.
that. Yeah.
Oh, I need to start watching that like now when I get
I mean,
back.
it's only 8 episodes, so
That's true. I can get there pretty fast.
yeah, so Andor is going to be the next show, and that's where I feel like they're going to show some kind of backstory of Jod, because what are you going to feel for Disney Plus? Because that's what they do. If you notice, they kind of like they put a show out, and then then they announce like, oh, here's Jedi Tales, and then they put a show out, and then they put another show out, but then they
Hmm.
didn't. Then it was like, okay, we don't have anything started yet. Ahsoka ended, and then it was like, okay, here's Tales of the Empire, which was cool because it was like a little brief middle theme, and then they put out a couple of Lego themes, and then they put out the next show.
Did you watch the Lego
So
one? It was cute.
the with the one where they changed the galaxy,
Yeah,
yeah, I liked it. I thought it was
it
like
was cute.
I took it as like a Star Wars what if, like how Marvel did.
That's basically I think what they're doing, but not calling it like a what if. And everybody
Yeah,
loves the whole theory of Dark Jar Jar, so they're like, how can we do this? But I thought it
yes,
was pretty
yeah.
cute.
Yeah, I thought it was hilarious. Luke was a beach bum, and he wore the little necklace of his dad.
Yeah.
I loved how like Jabba was a Jedi.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, dude, what the hell? But yeah, I was just chilling at home. None of the kids were home. I was just like, I don't really have nothing to watch. I haven't turned the TV on for a while. Let's just see what this is about. And I
And it's like
watched
an
like
easy
half of it.
watch. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
super
yeah. Like I
fast.
just zoned out on Instagram and then, laughed at the scene that there was. Um, but I really think that would be something cool. Like if they did do a Star Wars what if.
Well,
Like,
because now they're thinking that. Skeleton Crew won't even have the season 2. I'm like, how? Like, not enough viewership. What do you mean, not enough viewership? I feel like more people like this than. Unless not enough people watch it because they're like, well, the Acolyte sucked, so we're not
Yeah.
watching Skeleton Crew.
I do I do think that the one episode a week hurts shows nowadays
Yeah.
because a lot of people don't have time or it
Well, like
hurts
you
the
said too,
viewerships.
especially I think it was you that said it or somebody, but talking about how Tuesday landed on it was like a Christmas around Christmas time, and then we had New Year's, and so it's just like it took away from that viewership anyways because people
Yes.
didn't watch it till later in the week because they were busy.
Hmm. Unlike me, I got off of work at 11:30 at night and I turned on Star Wars after cooking dinner
I definitely
at
watched
midnight.
it.
I watched it at midnight. Like that's how I spent my New Year's this year was watching the show
I mean, I
and
watched it at
eating some
9, but
food.
you know,
Yeah.
that's what I did. Ate
But you
pizza.
know, and like but and that in itself is we're so busy now. Like, I mean, let's face it now, like with how expensive everything is, people are working. They're working extra hours, they're working late. Some people are working two jobs just to get by.
Hmm.
They don't have time to invest in watching a show every hour, the same hour of the week, I'm sorry. So it's one of those things that it's just like,
Well, especially on
yeah,
this side of the country, like it releases at 9 over here, so that's why I didn't watch the season finale because I had gotten home 8 o'clock that night. It was just like I was so no 8 o'clock the night before. I had to get up early. I was just so exhausted. I like it hit 9, and it's like
yeah,
I can't watch this right now. I'm so tired. I was like I'm just going to bed,
yeah,
and I did.
yeah. And that in itself is another problem too. Is like, and so it comes out at 9 on the East Coast. So you're not going to have high viewing or ratings because it's a show that's intended for kids. Most kids
Hmm.
are asleep by then.
True.
You know what I
I
mean?
think it probably did better when they did the midnight release and then it was 3 o'clock over here because it's still the same day. So people got to watch it the same day still. Because when they get
Yes,
home from
yes.
work, they can watch it anytime. So I think that worked better than the whole 6 and 9 o'clock, you know? Because I'm like,
Yeah,
that's just too
yeah.
late. But if you have it at midnight, you have that whole day that viewership can be, watched.
Hmm.
I should go work for Disney. They don't know what they're doing.
I thought you were cast in the new Snow White as one of the dwarfs.
I'd make a damn good dwarf, okay? Except for I'm a girl.
Hey,
Have you seen the new trailer for that?
no, I haven't.
So they had all the dwarfs, but they were just like taller guys, and there was girls in
Yeah,
the
like,
mix, and everyone was
yeah,
mad about it. So
yeah,
I was at the movies with my friend, and so they released the new trailer. They just CGI'd them.
yeah,
I said you could have just hired in the beginning because they probably didn't have the time and the money because they've already spent
yeah,
all this money. But I'm like, if you would have just in the beginning hired, I don't know, they like little people. I don't know if they like being called dwarfs, but like that, if, we have that many people that would be so excited to do that because that's who was upset. They're like,
yeah,
you literally have a whole community that can act and be the
yeah.
dwarves. Like,
Yeah, Brad Williams, the comedian, he was talking about it, and he was just like advocating like for little people's rights and stuff. He was pretty funny when he came to the casino like a month ago.
yeah,
So yeah, he's short, but he's not as short as I thought when I was next to him. So I'm like, oh, yeah, you're small, but you're not that small. So, but he's pretty small.
but he's still small.
Yeah, yeah. He's a little bit smaller than you. Um,
Little.
so I was like, don't worry, just walk behind me. Nobody will see you.
For real. Like we did at the barber shop.
Yeah. I was like, I don't realize how wide I am until like people disappear behind me.
Yeah.
So like we didn't see them. Yeah, I hate the actress who's playing Snow White, so
I think everyone does. So I don't know.
it
I don't think
just
that movie's gonna do well. You know what movie I'm so excited about? You know, it's kind of off topic. We just kind of went on a rant. Um, How to Train Your Dragon, the live action, and Lilo and Stitch. I seen the girl that's playing Lilo. Perfect, perfect. I'm so excited.
no
Yep,
saying that.
yep. Well, I'm
I just
excited,
don't.
so.
I mean, I know, but it's just like it just. Why make it live action?
No, I
You know
get
what
it.
I
Like, I
mean?
am
Like,
over the live action thing, but
yeah,
because I think How to Train Dragon is, was it DreamWorks?
yeah,
I think that one's going to be good because it is Dream. I mean, I know
yeah,
everybody's up in arms about Astrid being, I think she's light skinned, but I'm like, I don't even care at this point because she's got the eye color. She's a little darker, but she's not like dark, dark. But
yeah.
I'm just done with that.
I don't like that they didn't get the original actor to play the
Hiccup.
main character. Yeah, Hiccup, whatever his
He's
name
too
was.
old.
So, DH his ass. You spent all this money on all those, you know what I mean? That's the thing that threw it
Yeah.
out for me. Or at least
Because he's got that
voice
voice. He does have that
over
like iconic
dub
voice.
over yeah, dub over with his voice. That's
Yeah.
the thing that I didn't like. I do like the graphics though. Like the dragons looked great,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I thought that was pretty cool. But then that's and again, that's where it's just kind of like have you seen the clips where they put in the actors and actress who did Ahsoka, Obi-Wan, and Anakin in the
Oh,
Clone
dub their
Wars?
voices. Yeah.
Yes, it makes it so
I
much
don't
more
know. I don't
believable.
like it.
No,
No.
no, because you
I
know
don't
what their faces
know.
look like in real life.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
guess that's true. Yeah. Because the characters were already live action. Well, Anakin and
Well,
Obi-Wan were
yeah,
live
and
action. So I think that's where it's harder for me. But somebody like Hiccup, I would be down for because I only
yeah,
know him as a cartoon. So yeah.
yeah. And let's face it, anytime Hayden Christensen is talking, you close your eyes and
I
picture
need
he's
his
talking
voice.
to you.
Yeah, I need
So,
that voice.
pew pew. You're like, kill me.
I look at my photo all the time. I'm like, oh, that was such a magical moment. I don't think anything could top that.
Smile, smiling ear to ear.
And I really was. I was so happy.
Yeah, yeah. You were like, you smiled so big you went a little cross-eyed.
No, I went super chink eyed though. That's when you know I'm smiling really big when my eyes disappeared.
And yeah, literally. Um, I wouldn't mind if they didn't do a season two of the show, just because.
See, I think because they did end it well, I didn't like the ending necessarily. I just felt like it just kind of ended. But at the same time, it does work because they saved the planet. And so it's like, okay, they did do what they're supposed to do and they got back home. So either season two can be like what happens now because now the planet's exposed. The droid is gone. So it's like, do they rebuild? Like, what are they don't know what to do. Or
Yeah,
have it, I guess, be backstory of Jod, but it's not really about Jod. Like you said, it's about the kids. So I guess you'd be following, or maybe they venture out and they all go do their own things. I don't know.
yeah. I could see them doing like a swashbuckling where they take the kids and they travel across the galaxy, spreading their credits to less fortunate people because of Jod's story.
Like
Like,
a
okay,
Robin Hood.
yeah, you grew up poor. So if there's poor people in the world and we have more than enough credits, let's start giving out credits. And then the
Because
Republic
that's
doesn't
basically
like
what
that.
Jod was saying. He was like, I just
Yeah,
want to take what I need and go. You know, like
yeah,
he didn't really want to hurt anybody. He didn't really want he just wanted the credits and to go because he's just,
yeah.
like I said, he's been hungry his whole life.
And then the remnants of the empire could finally take over, and uh, that's how they end up getting enough funds to start the first order. Because you have to
Yeah.
think about it, like where did all the money come for the first order to be so heavily armed and do what they did on Star Killer base? Because at the end of Mando season 3, yeah, there's small fractions of the empire still around, but they're not organized. They're not militarized as much as they used to be. They're not funded like they used to be. So how is that going to happen? So it's like, okay, so Thrawn comes back. Is Thrawn going to find Atten and take it over, and he's going to be the real heir to the Empire?
That'd be interesting. I'm so excited for
Mhm.
that though. Like more Thrawn and more
Mhm.
Ahsoka. More freaking. Because you can tell too. Well, I mean, obviously, because I follow, what's his name? E-Man on Instagram. And I just keep thinking because his hair's still long. So I'm like, yeah, you guys are still doing Ahsoka. Well, they're not letting you chop that hair
Possibly.
off yet. We always keep it
Yeah,
pulled back because
possibly.
it's just so much hair. But I'm like, yeah,
Hmm.
I'm just. But maybe because I just love those
Yeah.
characters too.
Do you think in season two of Ahsoka, uh, Anakin is going to do like the Force Ghost Obi-Wan and like train and like help Ahsoka like like Ben did to Luke?
I don't know.
Mm.
I mean,
So
I
and
could see it because how they ended Ahsoka with that.
hmm
But I love that people, they're just like, they complain about the Force Ghost thing of him because he was Vader. But I'm like, he redeemed himself, okay? He can
yeah.
be a Force Ghost. But how do we know Sith can't be Force Ghost, you know? Does
Mm,
it say something like that? Like only Jedi can? They're on the good side? Because, I
I
mean, a
think
Force user
you
is a Force user, right?
I think you have to learn because it has more to do with the living part of the Force than it does
Mm.
the other part. So,
Well, Anakin's both, okay? He's the chosen one. He can do
no.
whatever the fuck he wants.
And again, too, like at the end of Obi-Wan, Qui-Gon was like, I've always been here. It just took you longer to get here. Like, I've always been in
I
front of you.
do
You just,
love that we got him at the end of it.
yeah. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. It's interesting. It's interesting. We'll see. They did say that there were the animations is working on another like clone trooper based animated show. So that's pretty
Like
interesting.
new clones?
Yeah, yeah, like the Bad Batch kind of. So I'm wondering if we're gonna get like a story of like Rex, Gregor, and
Oh, okay, okay. I
Wolf.
thought you meant like they're gonna bring in
Like,
some new clone. And I'm like, I don't care
no,
about them.
I'm wondering if they're gonna do another story on them getting like helping all the other clones escape and stuff like that. So I'm like, we shall see.
Bitch, I'm stylish.
We shall start Star Wars conversations.
Oh, Star Wars conversations. My own special effects.
There really
I
isn't
mean,
that many cards left.
this is it. And a lot of them I just bypass because they're kind of stupid.
We can rapid fire them.
I feel like we've already answered this one.
Which one is it?
It's like, do you think Anakin Skywalker is the chosen one who brought balance to the Force?
Yes.
Yeah, me too. And this one is, what is your favorite Luke Skywalker moment, which we've definitely talked about. Because yours was when he
Yeah,
kissed Leia. We've done all these ones. Did I put it in the wrong pile?
probably.
Okay. Actually, we
What
haven't done
if
this
you've
one.
been what if you've been grabbing from the wrong pile this whole time?
I don't know. Probably. Who knows? There's a big pile and there's a little pile. But I have one. So the Force. Which negative emotion would you struggle with the most if you were a Jedi Knight?
I don't know. Fear?
I think mine would be. I would say anger, but I'm not really that angry anymore. I've learned how to control that part of me. Competitiveness. Can you be competitive as a Jedi? Are you allowed to do that?
Yeah, that I guess that would be. Yeah, you could.
Is that a negative
Yeah,
emotion? I don't think it's negative. I think it's depending how you use it.
yeah.
Or nope, nope, nope. I know which one would be my negative one. It would be, I won't say sadness, But I guess I get a little emotional sometimes. I can't control it.
Yeah.
I cry over
It's the
dog
estrogen.
videos. Like,
It's the estrogen in your body.
yeah, I guess it's just being a female. It'd be hard to be a Jedi as a female, I feel like.
No.
Maybe.
There wasn't very many human female Jedis.
You see, so maybe alien females are better with that kind of stuff.
But like everybody in our clan is a warrior.
This is a good one. Technology. Look at the person across from you, or think of a friend or family member, you. Which Star Wars ship or vehicle can you imagine that person piloting? I can imagine you. Oh my gosh, what's the Jawa's big old thing?
The sand crawler?
Just scouring the planet.
I would say the Millennium Falcon for you.
That is actually pretty cool.
Yeah. Now, which ship would you want to fly?
The ghost.
I would say an A-wing. I just love
I was
A-wings.
about to say
I don't.
that's what you like.
Yeah. I wonder if it's too. I wonder if it stems from like when I was a kid. Like I still have my original A-wing uh, ship that I got back in like the 90s. Like I wonder
Nerd.
if that's where it stems from. But I always liked the sleek look of the ship. Like the X-wings were cool, but I just always was drawn to the A-wing. Like even at the store, like I had plenty of times like throughout these years of collecting to buy X-wings from, you know, Target, GameStop, RIP, Toys R Us. Um, and I never bought them. Same thing with like any of the other ships. Like I've always passed on all of them. I bought the Millennium Falcon back in the day, but I just passed on every other ship. TIE fighters, everything. I've seen them at the store, Y wings, B wings, and I just never bought them. But if I always saw an A wing, I always
You're like, yep,
I have
that's it.
I have like I have like three of them. So, and my new goal is to collect the other ones that were made.
I feel like you just stick with like, well, even like Mandalorian stuff. Like you just like them.
Yeah. So I know I watched somebody called Bosk Bounty on YouTube, and like he's big on like the 3 3/4, which is the vintage collection, and he does like an Ask Boss Bounty every Sunday on YouTube. But every time I've ever asked him a question, he's always answered it. He's from like the UK, but it's pretty cool just to see like and have different opinions from other people. So the
That's
reason
pretty
why
cool.
I'm saying this is because like one of the ships that he always brings up that he wants is like he wants a retooled like HasLab Republican gunship, and I'm like, hell yeah, dude! I'm like, I would buy one of those. Like I've passed on all of the HasLabs that have been here. Like they did a Ghost HasLab this last time, and it's huge, and I passed on it, and I passed on the Razor Crest and all those. But if they did
Razor Crest is kind of cool.
if they did a Republican gunship, I definitely would.
I don't know. Ships aren't really my thing. Like they're cool, but
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
Give me a
What's the
cool
next
droid.
question?
Jawas park their sandcrawler in front of your home. What do you buy from them? What do they have?
Exactly. Boba Fett's armor, if they had it still.
I probably do the same thing. We have to fight over it. You can get some of it, and I can take the other half, and then we can trade off.
Yeah.
I get it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. You can have it Tuesday, Thursday. We'll swap every other weekend.
The knee pad would have to be like a bicep gauntlet for you.
Yeah, for real.
You'd be like,
Oh
I
my
can't see a
gosh.
thing. I can't see a thing in this thing.
Are they making? They're not making a season two Book of Boba Fett, huh?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Actually, I don't know why. I don't know. I enjoyed it. I think I just wanted to see more of Cad Bane because he wasn't dead. Like, let's
I
figure
would
out.
like to, if they were to do a season two, I'd like to see an animated version of season two. But I would like it to be like a prequel, like Rise of Boba Fett, and show him younger, how
I
he
think it's
became.
funny. I don't even think it's a generation thing, but with the prequels, like, I think of Star Wars for me, there's like a book series I'm reading right now, and there's three that came out first, and she released like the prequel before it. So people have debates on read it after the third book or read it first. So it's the girl's story beforehand. And like I'm reading it third or fourth. And this girl's like, ah, it's just not the same. Like it's before though. But I'm like, I think it's just because Star Wars, like, I grew up watching it. I like that. Like I like to hear the story and then let's go back into time and see what happened, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. Because I mean, it's like, okay, so we saw what happened to him to make him want to be soft. Um, but I think what we should watch what made him so ruthless, you know,
I think that's
and
probably what
just
the problem was with Book of Boba Fett. People were expecting him to be that ruthless person, and instead we got the softer version
yeah,
without anything to show where he got there.
yeah.
So,
That and just Robert Rodriguez, his style of filming and his style of like storytelling isn't for the masses. That's why a lot
yeah,
of people, I mean, like he's popular, don't get me wrong, and like he's good at what he does, but
it is different. Well, it's like
definitely
everyone that talks about the Nosferatu, whatever that.
Nosferatu.
Yeah, where a lot of people are like, they either love it or they hate it because of the style of it. Like, I haven't seen it, but they're like, it's more of like an artwork kind of style. Like,
Yeah,
and some people
100%.
don't get it, you know? And so I'm like, some people are going to
Hmm.
love it, some people are hate it. So it just depends on the person.
And like I tried to, I don't remember if it was you or if it was somebody else. I was like, look, if you watched Bram Stoker's Dracula and you liked Bram Stoker's Dracula, it's not that by any means.
Mm
Because I went in with the intention of it being Bram Stoker's Dracula. And it is more of like the 1930s or whatever it was Nosferatu movie. The old black and white,
hmm.
the
Mm hmm.
story, everything is more of that, but now it's modern. And I liked it. I liked it. Was there the only thing that I didn't like was that certain parts of it when it was filmed was so dark that you could barely see the actors.
Oh. Hmm.
Especially when it came to Olaf, I think was his name. You could barely see like anything of him when it came to like his facial expressions and stuff. But
Maybe they did it on purpose.
I
I
did
don't know.
like it. Like I thought it was cool.
That's probably a
The
movie I'll
ending,
watch when it comes out. Like I'll watch it at
yeah,
home.
the ending made sense. I liked it. I enjoyed it. We were the only ones in the movie theater. It was like on a random like Tuesday, it was like a random Wednesday or Thursday at like 3 o'clock. So like nobody was there at the movie theater. It was like,
Yeah, at my
but
random time.
but it was good. It was definitely good. But it wasn't what I expected.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it. So I
Yeah, like I
like the
said,
little
I'll watch it at
actress that
home.
was in it. Is that Johnny Depp's daughter that was in it?
Hmm.
Oh, okay. I didn't even know he had a daughter that old. But then again, it's like dummy, you're 40, so he's got to be what, 16?
Yeah.
You
I
know?
know he's been out of the spotlight for a very long time now. I think
Yeah.
he's just living his life. I don't
Yeah.
blame him.
You,
He went
you
through a
know
lot of
what we
shit.
you know what we watched last night that's so hilarious? Due Date. Have you seen Due Date with Zach Galifianakis and Robert Downey Jr.?
I think I have.
It came out in like 2010,
Let me
but
see
it
the
was funny because
cover.
yeah, because Angelina was like, I want to watch something funny, so we went on Netflix, and I was like, let's watch Due Date because me and Zoe have watched it. Um, and she's like, I'm like, just trust me, it's funny.
Yes, I have seen that movie. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
I
it's like
remember it.
so hilarious. It's so hilarious. But the whole reason why I bring it up is because afterwards we watched the other guys, and me and Zoe were having a conversation. She's like, "How old are they?" And I was like, "They're old." I was like, "Will Ferrell's in his like 50s. Mark Wahlberg's in like his 50s."
But Mark
And
Wahlberg, whew, he still looks amazing.
um and yeah, Mark Wahlberg's like 53, and Will Ferrell's like almost 60.
Isn't that
And I was
wild?
just like,
Where did the
man, I'm
time
like,
go?
where has it gone?
Because you think back, I'm like, they're still like in their 30s. And I'm like,
Hmm.
I'm in my 30s. They're not in
Literally,
their
yeah,
30s.
they were
But
in
same
their
with Johnny
30s
Depp. I
when
think
we
the
were.
same thing. I'm like, he's still little Captain Jack Sparrow. And I'm like, oh no, he
Yeah,
is not.
it's so, and that in itself right there shows the age gap. You referenced Johnny Depp as Jack Sparrow, and I think of him from Benny and June, or
I
what's
love
eating,
Benny and June. I cry every
or
time I watch it.
what's eating Gilbert Grape.
I don't watch that one. But
We s- so we,
I grew up watching because my mom got me the original 21 Jump Street, not the
mhm,
movies,
yeah.
but the original. That's where I was like, this is my man. Was on 21 Jump Street. He was just a baby.
So next week we should do that. We should write down a list of characters or actors, and then you name them off, and then we'll say what movie we first watched them
Yeah.
from.
Okay, I write that down because I will forget.
It's all right.
Podcast. That's actually so funny.
While
But I also
she's
remember
doing that,
Johnny Depp from like Edward Scissorhands and stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
But like I said,
But
when
that
my
was
mom found out that I loved Johnny Depp and it was Pirates of the Caribbean that I first saw, and I was like, this is my man. My mom went all, she got me Crybaby, 21 Jump Street, Benny and June, Edward Scissorhands, everything. So I saw all the old
is
movies after.
isn't it funny how parents do that? Like I was having a conversation with some of my employees, and they were like, yeah, like one of my employees was like, I mentioned to my mom that I liked Nightmare Before Christmas. So now every year for like his birthday and Christmas, it's Nightmare
Yep.
Before Christmas themed stuff.
See, I
And
was obsessed with Nightmare Before Christmas. My mom did the same thing. Everybody got
yeah,
me Nightmare Before Christmas stuff. And then it was Pirates of the Caribbean stuff. And then it was Johnny Depp stuff. And then, you know,
I will say the new Lego set for Nightmare Before Christmas is pretty dope, and it's huge.
because it's a dope movie.
Yeah, it's pretty sick. So, all right, like, comment, subscribe. You can find us on Instagram at,
Oh, what is my Instagram? Mariah Love Fit. I
and
put my
I'm the
Tic
five,
Tac, but who knows? It's still going to be around. We'll see.
uh, and I'm the 530 gorilla.
You need to start posting
So
more.
I know I haven't posted at all.
No,
I haven't
that's
posted at
fine. I'll
all.
carry it for both of us. I got you.
I'm dark and mysterious.
You're just a loser. It's fine.
I
I'm
know.
just
I
kidding.
work so much.
Or it's
I
old.
know. I'm like work gets in the way of my social media life.
Nothing
All
wrong with
right.
that.
Well, until next week, I will see you later. Have a fun, safe trip, and may the force be with
Oh,
you.
well. Always. Peace out, Girl Scout.
Bye.
May the force be with you.